There is another translation problem that has obscured the mother and her children. But this time it's not the modern translators, but the difficulty of rendering the subtleties of Hebrew into Greek. Jesus almost certainly did not teach in Greek, and so all his sayings in the New Testament are already translated, and there is a difficulty with his saying about wisdom and her children. We find two versions of this, one in Luke 7, one in Matthew 11. Wisdom is justified by all her children. Wisdom is justified by all her deeds. But how is wisdom justified? The Greek word represents the Hebrew word tzadok, and this in turn has many shades of meaning. In some forms it meant to put right or even to heal. In others it meant to be vindicated or proved correct. In this saying of Jesus, it could have meant that wisdom, who had been rejected, was vindicated by her children and their deeds, or it could have meant that wisdom did her work of healing and putting right through all her children and their deeds. One thing is certain, though, Jesus knew of wisdom and her children. St. Luke also knew about the mother in heaven and her son, and how she gave birth to him in the Holy of Holies and wrapped him in a glorious garment. When he told the Nativity story, he told it so as to recall the temple tradition of the heavenly birth. He emphasized 4 details. This is Luke chapter 2, very familiar Christmas story. Mary was a virgin who gave birth to her firstborn son. She wrapped him around, this of course implies swaddling clothes. She laid him in a manger. He mentioned the swaddling clothes or the wrapping around twice. He mentions the manger 3 times. The virgin and her firstborn son is a clear reference to the old temple ritual for the birth of the king. Wrapping a garment around the child was wisdom's garment for her son. But what about the manger? And here there is wordplay that was characteristic of old temple discourse, especially in wisdom teaching. This could be very complex. It was also very clever. In Hebrew, the word for a manger is avus. The old name for Jerusalem or Zion was Yebus. They sound very similar. And whoever told this story to St. Luke knew this. Mary had wrapped her son in a garment and set him on Yebus. It's a clear echo of Psalm 2, verse 6, as we propose to read it. I have put my king in a woven garment upon Zion, my holy hill. This was the birth of the mother's firstborn. But St. Paul said that Jesus was the firstborn among many children, and the woman clothed with the son had other offspring. What of them? St. Luke records this too. Before Jesus was taken up to heaven, he said to his disciples, this is Luke 24, stay in the city until you are clothed, and it is literally the word clothed, with power from on high. This was the garment woven from every wisdom that Sylvanus knew was given to the children of wisdom.